Do you know what is Windows Sandbox? If not, then do watch this video till the end because in this video we will focus on Windows Sandbox feature and how you can enable it on your Windows 11 PC. So let's get started with today's agenda. This session begins with an introduction to Windows Sandbox, followed by a discussion of its feature. Next, we will discuss enabling and using Sandbox on your computer. If you want to run any application on Windows system, then first of all, you have to install that on your Windows PC. And when you install that application on Windows PC, it will change your registry settings and other crucial operating system files. And if you want to test any new application on Windows system, or being a cybersecurity expert, you want to execute any non-trusted code to see the ripple effect of that particular code on your system or on the devices which is being connected to your PC. So in that situation, you have to follow the same process. That is that you have to install the application on your Windows system and then only you can perform your testing. So in nutshell, you actually need an isolated environment where you can install and test your application without risking your actual PC. Now to solve this problem of isolated environment, Microsoft has introduced an optional feature with Windows 10 and it is still available in Windows 11 and this feature is called Windows Sandbox. Windows Sandbox is a lightweight desktop environment for running application in isolation. Technically speaking, Windows Sandbox is a virtual machine created on demand with Microsoft Hypervisor software, which is actually used to create and run virtual machines on physical hardware. Well, the interesting fact is that whenever you install any application or software in the Windows Sandbox environment, then it will always remain within that particular environment and it will run separately from the host machine, right? So this is very important point that you should always remember when you are dealing with Windows Sandbox. The biggest advantage of a sandbox is its temporary nature. After running the code and the application you want, you can close down the sandbox and a new instance will be created when you relaunch the Windows Sandbox. Now let's look at the properties of Windows Sandbox. So first and foremost property is that it is a part of Windows. It means there is no need to download any additional software on your PC to use Windows Sandbox. It is already included with Windows 10 Pro, Windows Enterprise version and latest version of Windows, that is Windows 11. The next important properties of Windows Sandbox are pristine and disposable. When I say pristine, it means that whenever you start the instance of Windows Sandbox, it will always be start with a brand new installation of Windows operating system. And by disposable, I mean that nothing persists on the devices, everything is discarded as and when user close the Windows Sandbox. And lastly, Windows Sandbox is secure and efficient. When I say secure, because it relies on Microsoft Hypervisor to run a separate kernel that isolate Windows Sandbox from the host system. And it is pretty efficient because it uses the integrated kernel scheduler, smart memory management, and virtual GPUs to optimize the performance of Windows Sandbox. Now let's try to understand how you can enable Windows Sandbox on your PC. The Windows Sandbox can be enabled or disabled with the help of Windows Feature Panel. And Windows Feature Panel can be opened in two different ways. First one is you can use run command and second one is you can use Windows Start menu. And remember, you can only enable these features if you have admin rights. Otherwise, you will not able to open the feature panel in case if you do not have admin rights. So to open the Windows feature panel, I've used the second approach where I clicked on the start menu and thereafter I typed in turn Windows feature on and off. And when you type that, just hit enter, it will automatically open a Windows feature panel in front of you. And you need to just scroll down to the bottom and you notice there's an option called Windows Sandbox and it is right now unticked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tick that and click on OK, and after that it will ask me to restart your system. Once the system is restarted, the Windows Sandbox feature is enabled on your PC. So in this case, the changes are almost applied and now it will ask me to restart. So let me just go back and restart my PC. Now my PC is restarted. Let me open Windows Sandbox by typing Windows Sandbox in Start menu. And I'm surprised to see the performance because this Windows Sandbox is instantly ready, like it's up and running, and it's an isolated environment where you can test your new application, or probably you can test any untrusted code without risking your actual PC. And you can install any application as per your requirement and perform testing. So in this case, I'm opening Edge browser to navigate to bing.com. So this is what it's been open in front of me. And you know that Windows Sandbox is temporary in nature. So let me showcase that. So what I've done is I've just opened a notepad and I've just typed in a small statement that is, please consider subscribing to our channel. And I save that notepad on the Windows desktop, that is Sandbox desktop, right? And let me restart my Windows Sandbox and see whether this notepad still present on the desktop or it's not there on the desktop, right? So the notepad is saved on the desktop, and let me quickly reopen that just to see whether my data is saved properly or not. So yes, my data is already saved. So let me close that, and now let me restart my sandbox. So when I click on the close button, it's flashed the message that says that your data will be lost permanently. If you click on OK, then it will shut down your sandbox directly. So let me click on cancel, and then I'll click on start, and then I'll select the option as shutdown. So you can use either ways to shut down your sandbox. So it has terminated my sandbox now. So let me quickly reopen or restart the sandbox by searching sandbox in the search menu, and now my sandbox instance is restarted. The sandbox instance is almost ready, and if you notice the desktop, then you'll see that the notepad file that we have saved is not there, so it has been discarded. Now let me quickly close the sandbox, and this marks an end to our today's presentation. So ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you so much for watching this video so patiently, and in case if you have any question, then do mention that in the comment section and I'll going to respond back probably after this presentation. And in case if you have any suggestions or feedback, then please do send to us because we need your feedback, and without your feedback we cannot improve the quality of our videos. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit the like button if you like this particular video. And once again, thank you so much.